All right.
Yo, welcome to the initial episode of the 201 Sports Podcast. Al Walsh here, the former face of 14A Sports, but I'm passing it over from just a zip code or an exit on the turnpike. We're passing it off to the entire area code here. So
I like it.
Sean Kelly here.
Coach Kells.
Coach Kells. A lot of great ideas that we got going on here, and we're going to talk about them all today. We're going to talk about those. We're going to talk about issues going on in life. I know you got, people that follow my Instagram are very excited to hear what I have to say about that. So
Looking forward to that.
it's going to be amazing. But here we are with 201 Sports. Sean has like such amazing ideas for the youth. I think we kind of see people going to homeschooling, and we see people doing all sorts of different things. But this is actually something that I think kids could get into. And I'm glad that you and I touched base, because I actually have a great idea about sending kids on like field trips to like sports events, but we will get into that. Welcome in, man.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's start it.
So what happened
Coach
here?
Kells.
Why did 201 Sports come to fruition?
Well, to get started briefly, I'm a correction officer, Hudson County Department of Corrections, and I ended up getting injured. I really didn't know. I was getting bored. I was getting tired. I didn't know what to do. I don't know if I was depressed or not, but I just I was lost, right? So I just started going to the field, seeing kids out there, and I'm asking questions, So I'm like, met a few kids, and here we are today. I wanted to develop a nonprofit to give back to the youth that I work every day with. And here we are today.
So safe to say, we're all sports fanatics, the two of us. A lot of people out there, but what did you take from your days of playing that really, made you want to do this?
Fundamentals and the coaches that I remember.
Okay.
I know for me, a lot of people who do know me, I grew up with both my parents in my life. But there were times that they weren't there. And I had coaches. Some of them I still keep in contact with today. And I know if it wasn't for some of them in my life and other adults, coaches, teachers, who knows where I would be. But yeah, I want to give back what I know I missed and I had.
What current kids at schools are you working with right now?
I'm working with a few kids. I'm working with a kid named Gavin. He's I think he's 21. He's a boxer out of Bayonne. He's in the Golden Gloves in June.
I think I know about this.
Yeah, all right.
Rutan?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my God. Yeah. If you haven't seen this kid's highlights, follow him wherever you have to. Kid is gonna knock walls down.
Passionate.
He's gonna knock walls down.
That was one thing I noticed in him, that being so. I met him when he was 18. I met him
and his pops is a tough SOB.
Yeah.
Yes, Donnie. Love Donnie.
So it's a crazy story how me and Gavin.
Donnie, what up?
Yo, Donnie, Tracy, everybody, Rutan
family. Yes, absolutely.
If it wasn't for Tracy, this probably wouldn't be happening, because
saying, yeah.
I was on disability. Tracy's looking for somebody. She needed a ride to work. So I'm like, I got you. We started talking. She's like, I think you should work with my son. And that's how me and Gavin met.
Nice.
And
what a first guy to get introduced to too.
That kid,
he's nasty. He's so nasty.
He's got a heart. He's focused on what he wants to do. And just like I know some of us that we were decent playing sports in school, but if we could have went to college and had an opportunity to play, we missed out on that.
We were the examples for this coming up right now.
That's exactly.
And I think that's a big part of what you want to do too. And I've had my fair share of troubles, you as well. A lot of the people that we grew up with. I think making those mistakes is definitely like a good lesson to what not to do.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. That's why I got on the corrections. We're watching. Excuse us. We're watching. What is this? What is this called?
Champions League.
The Champions League. Got a good game going on, man. Excuse me.
Liverpool, come through.
But yeah, man, who doesn't like sports? And it's
there's a lot of people that don't like sports.
After everything that's been going on, I feel like when me and you grew up, we had the schoolyard. We had the park. No matter what, we were in the park basketball courts.
Well,
no
what
matter
about during COVID? They took the hoops off of the backboards. They closed parks down. Like that was a huge developmental letdown.
Well, I didn't even want to bring that word up, so I just skipped past that.
No,
but this is a big reason why I wanted to start 201 Sports too, because I feel like, how many parks do we have in this town?
3.
And then how many basketball courts? Is plenty, right?
Maybe 6.
It's plenty. But you drive there daily.
Come on, Mayor Davis. We need some more hoops. Come on. Let's get a couple down on 6th Street, Let's go.
I'm with it.
Let's get it rocking. We got a league going. All right, so here we are watching the Champions League final. Whatever. By the time you watch this, you'll have already known the score.
Let Walsh tell him a little bit about yourself and your background.
So I did 14A Sports when we began. You might have seen the episodes with Captain Bayonne, Chuck Wepner. Those were some of the best. We even had two groups ladies. So there was one solo lady and then one duo of ladies. One from Brooklyn. The duo was from Bayonne, but they were on Shark Tank, and it was really cool to kind of
my favorite show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That got me here.
Yeah, we we interviewed them, and it's kind of crazy. It's like you think when you go to Shark Tank, you're there for your specified time. You kind of wait around in a room of cattle for 10 hours. And it's whenever they want you to go, they're go on stage. So I think that part was the most interesting, right? You're not always going to get a fair shake at things. It's just kind of,
I like that. I kind of like that though, because it feels like it's going to have you in a room full of sharks.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wannabe sharks.
But think about the advantage of if you get called first, and do you have an in with the caller coordinator or something? These are the things that I think about.
Just got to go kill it.
Absolutely.
Just got to go kill it.
But you could also be rotting away there for 10 hours. And it's just
matter.
oh my God. But
that's one thing I want to teach kids, right?
You're not going to have your best performance.
If it's something that you're passionate about, right?
Yeah.
I don't care if I go first. I don't care if I go 5 days from now. I'm going to show you what I got. And that's what I'm going to bring to the table. You might know somebody I don't know, but guess what? Eventually, I'm going to keep knocking on that door.
I wonder what your thoughts on this are, but I always felt like when I played baseball and I was in the 7, 8, 9 hole, I was rocking and rolling because number one, they're not thinking that you could rock and roll. And then number two, you're all right, I want to start getting up in the order. You know what I mean? So
that talking about batting?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't relate to that because I was always 3 and 4. I was always 3 and 4. So it was yo, am I gonna see a pitch to hit?
Look at these pipes, bro. I'm a utility player. You
know how it goes, man. You're gonna see a pitch to hit. I was a hacker, man. My dad, he was see the ball, hit the ball. That's what you in the box for. I was a catcher. I thought I had a good eye. I like the highs like everybody else, but I wasn't going up there to look at anything, man. If I saw a pitch I liked, I'm swinging.
I love that. And me too. Sometimes you just don't get it,
And coaches didn't like that growing up. And I like to get into that. That'll be another segment, another story one day, another podcast. But coaches didn't like that. And as young kids, I feel like I can remember a lot of my high school and young adult years like it was yesterday playing sports. And
absolutely.
I just feel like I was a little more advanced than a lot of other kids, and the coaches didn't take to that. So
shout out to the DiCario brothers, Bob and Joe.
100%.
By far the best baseball coaches I have ever had in my entire life.
That was my first coach when I came down. Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a play that I always remember in my 7th grade year, right? So I played, I think it was 4th, 5th, 6th in Virginia and Bayonne. My parents actually were able to combine trip me so I could still make 8 Russell's games a year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So the DiCarios were absolutely amazing, but there was always they always stressed the importance of backing up the throw, So if the player's over there,
fundamentals.
So there was a game in 7th grade where the kid strikes out and he has to throw to first base, and I'm playing second base, and I did the best backup of all time. I came from this side, spun, turn around. But I never would have even thought to back up that play, or else that's a strikeout that turns into a double right there.
I like to lead right off that. Fundamentals is a big thing and why I want to do what I'm doing. I feel like we're lacking that. We got a lot of social media.
Absolutely.
I'm watching drills. I'm going, why are we doing this drill? Like, there's no need for this drill.
You know what I love is the college football play, like the one-on-ones, the things that they do at the camp and stuff like that. Those are so awesome.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are fun.
But that also
one-on-ones,
makes
that
you
game.
do better to not get like embarrassed.
Yeah, you're
in front
going
of your
against
peers.
somebody. Not even getting embarrassed in front of your peers, but you're getting to compete against somebody else who plays defense or plays offense, or you get in the batter's box and you get to take some pitches from a pitcher opposed to a machine. That's just, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
There's a lot of things we can talk about, and we're going to talk about. Yeah, man, this is dope.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. I've actually been wanting to get back into the podcasting game, and it's like for the first time now we got this ring of light, and this is exactly what makes the calls better. It makes everything. I feel like I need to get a makeup person because
I think you just need to get.
I got that Memorial Day.
You just need to get a hat.
That Memorial Day Friday glow going on right now. So
don't mind if you hear anything in the background. It's just Diesel. For those that know me, it's just Diesel. He'll be in the camera soon.
Indeed. So I know one of the things that you and I were talking about before the show, like starting a family, like if you're going to do that, kind of, how would you go about it? But like, no,
we're really going at that
one.
Well,
no, but what's your opinions on, starting a family nowadays? Like, would you even try?
Nowadays, I wouldn't even say nowadays. I would say that you need to get yourself financially ready to have a family.
Absolutely.
To take care of a wife and kids and provide for them and not have to work 2 and 3 jobs. It's hard, and I understand that these days. So I know I'm getting older, and I've been thinking about that since I was a kid. There was no need for me to rush into anything.
Yeah.
And it, when is the right time? Nobody knows. So I think it's just hard these days because of the financial situation for everybody.
Yeah.
So I think we have to teach our kids better when it comes to this. It shouldn't be. I hate seeing 15, 16, and 17-year-olds with boyfriend and girlfriends.
Yeah.
But not even that. What I hate the most about that is the parents are posting it like they're cool. Like they're cool with this family shit already. Like I seen what my mom and dad did, right? I see what other families do. I see. You get me going. You'll get me going in here. But I see what they do, and it's just like, am I just supposed to have a kid and financially be there? And as long as I can pay for them and make sure they're in school and take them on 2 trips a year, that I'm being a good parent? No. I want to make sure life ain't like that, but we'll get there.
So we talked about this.
Ooh, you gonna get me going. Don't get me going.
We talked about it before the show, and one of the parallels that I drew is like with my dog, and by the way, Diesel just ran off. One of the best dogs I've ever had the privilege of being around.
Come here, Diesel.
Good.
Appreciate you. Come here.
Absolute great work with the dog.
Come here.
So I got a golden retriever too, and he's not being well, but it's like, I don't like if that was a kid misbehaving that well at like 2 years old, like could I? And again, I can't talk to the dog. I feel like I have quite the connection to the dog, but it's not like a human to human connection.
Tell him the name.
George. And that's why I believe it. Named after George Costanza, of course. The greatest TV show character of all time.
I could live with that one, but Diesel, George, you kind of get why his dog's running around. He's one of them on America's Funniest Home Video dogs. You know what I'm saying? One of those type of dogs.
Yeah, like dragging like the food cart down the street by like the tail or something. He's good. He's a good dog though. But no, in terms of starting a family and stuff like that, I just look at kind of, the way that the country's going, everything's getting more expensive. I feel like people a little more material, oh my God. Not that I would drive a station wagon, but let's just say I drove a station wagon. I would not get the same type of love and affection from the other sex. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then that's the love and affection you don't want. You don't want
exactly.
So you should drive.
So
that's a funny story. So one day I'm gonna take it back to when I was dating. Right, I was dating this chick and I had a BMW.
Right.
I had a 5 Series.
That's right.
After my dad passed away, I bought a nice car.
Good story.
Young and dumb. And I met this chick and we were vibing, we were chilling, and then one day my car was in the shop and I picked her up in my father's car. And my father's car was a 2000 and whatever Chevy Cavalier. What we would call a hoopty.
Only the finest.
The hoopty, you know what I'm saying? We used to driving, which I didn't mind. So I picked her up and then, whose car is this? Mine. Why? And from then on, I kind of seen.
Interesting.
Yeah, so as the years go on, I'm glad I was in a lot of relationships. I wasn't in a lot of relationships, but I did date a lot at a certain point to meet the right one.
Absolutely.
I wanted to make sure I found the right woman, the right wife, like the person I wanted to marry, and the one I wanted to have kids with. Like Ocho, I'm gonna shout out to my man Ocho Cinco. Her ankles got to be right.
Great.
Her ankles got to be right. You know, I want to have a kid with somebody who's gonna help me develop a nice.
Speaking of ankles not being right, this dude just breaks his ankle right here.
I got the air horn. If they score, it might come out. It might come out.
No, but that was funny what you were mentioning about dating, because like I'm back on to dating right now. So like doing these dating apps, actually meeting people out, stuff like that. It's a very different scenario right now.
201 Sports. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm glad
dating advice.
I'm glad you brought this up. 201 Sports. We're more than just sports. We want to teach life skills, mentorship. We want to be involved in these kids' life. If they don't have, family, if they do have family, and we do know a lot of people work now. So we want to be able to help the Boys and Girls Club and give more towns more opportunities for these kids to flourish. And that's what I really want to do. From working in the jail and talking to a lot of these inmates and seeing a lot of officers who've been in this jail 20 years, right? They worked here 20 years. You know what they say?
You were telling me about this yesterday.
Chandler, he's been here since he's been 12. Joe, he's been here since. So in my head, it's like, I can't live like that, bro. Seeing these kids, what can I do?
You gotta progress them. You gotta progress them.
So that's what I want to do. And anybody that wants to be a part of 201 Sports and help the youth, we welcome you.
And also, we have dogs. Sean has Diesel right here, who's a Rottweiler. And then, so we kill you with the hardness, and then I come through with George, the golden retriever, with the kindness.
I mean, they do say dogs resemble their owner in a way. So I don't want, you know what I mean?
So you're saying that George is a lunatic because of me? Probably.
I didn't say it.
I gotta say, like, I am like very impressed by Diesel. My aunt actually had 2 Rottweilers. So I'm very used to them,
and tell you something, it's experience.
Both were actually grandpa 1, aunt 2, but aunt took over the grandfather's Rottweiler. But just great dogs in general. I mean, I don't really want to screw up the telecast right now. Well, there he goes. But Rottweilers.
Anytime he sees the soccer
are
ball,
just
he's going to run to the TV.
They're just phenomenal dogs. So the funny thing with the dating, the online dating and stuff like that, like, not that, believe me, I think people are just like screwed up in general from this stuff, because it's like you don't have to commit to a human being. Like, you're committing to a profile, essentially.
We're just, I don't know. I mean, I got so much to say about this.
Bro, I am in it.
It's just, I mean, are we talking dating for adults? Are we taking dating in general? Like, what do we?
Maybe in general.
Because, dating
not all the listeners
general,
are adults.
Dating in general, I feel, is you should just enjoy your life.
Right.
You're going to meet somebody one day, one place, and be like, damn, I like him. I like her.
Right.
I like them as a person. Boom. And then maybe you go out on a date or two. But to be looking for a date or somebody else is doing the same thing, let it naturally happen.
That is true.
You're gonna have some mess ups.
Even when you do the natural meetup, you'll still have some mess ups.
Yeah, of course. Hey, listen, I know for all my followers and all my family and friends, everybody, I know I'm not perfect. All right. I know I'm not perfect, but what I do try to do, right? I try to learn from all of my mistakes. And that's one thing that sports taught me, right?
Yeah.
Whether my dad, my mom, and anybody was in my life, I had coaches. I had people who would tell me, knock it off, cut it out. My dad was never a big guy, 3 for 3, a homer, whatever, right? Yeah, but you missed this play.
Hate that.
I loved it. Keep it,
not a fan.
Make it better.
My mom was like that. My mom was like that. She'd be like, she'd do that.
Come on. You can't.
Like, I absolutely laid somebody out at center ice and be like, but he's probably hurt.
What's like that?
My mom.
Well, there you go. I always say this listen.
I crushed that guy. Scott Stevens, them.
Yeah. Well, you want to always be better. Like, forget about what you did. What didn't you do? How can you be
Yeah.
better next time?
I actually got to compliment my mom in keeping me in hockey because when we moved down to Florida, like the first month I was there, I was like, well, guess not playing hockey anymore. I might as well start taking guitar lessons. And within like a day or two, she was like on it. She was like, all right, I got you. And by the way, ended up playing for the best team I ever played for in my life. Still one of the best friendships I have. My old coach, Nigel Kerwin, who is the video coordinator for the Tampa Bay Lightning, who's actually the very first person at that position.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And this is back in like the early 90s when they were an expansion franchise. But dude has been with them for so long. And like by far, like, he's the Charios of hockey down in Tampa.
That's what I'm talking about.
He is he's amazing. So
shout out my man,
Nigel.
Coach Nick.
Nigel, I'm gonna tag you with the timestamp or whatever, but he's
bringing up coaches. I got to bring up a few coaches. Mike
Yeah.
Ryan, I think that was his name for my little league in Jersey City, Greenville Little League. Mike Ryan,
Yeah.
that was one of my coaches I really remember. Coach Tico, one of my coaches. I'm still good friends with Coach Tico.
That you mentioned him before.
That's my brother.
I don't know him.
A couple of other people
Tico?
I just met. Junior, Javon, Joey Porter, Coach Nick.
That Joey Porter?
Not the Joey Porter you're thinking of, but he played for the Green Bay Packers and the Raiders, I believe. A cornerback, Joey Porter.
All right.
Coach Nick Joey out Porter. In Cali. Everybody that I met in this last 10, 11 months, huge shout out to every one of you. Ariana, Rob Hollywood, Monica Shaw, St. Paul's Church. I just had to shout out everybody. My lady. I had to get that out.
Go for it.
You know what I mean?
I'm not doing shout outs. So if you're wondering.
Moving groove. No, I'm just thinking about all the people I met on this journey since you're talking about coaches.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily shouting them out, but I am shouting them out. All these people I reached out to on this journey, they all helped me. Not one of them said no. I'll tell you about this realtor. I'm like, yo, gotta get into real estate, buying this, buying that. I just hit her up on Instagram. She said, Ariana, big shout out to Ariana.
Hey,
the next day, yo, come see me at this house. We'll chop it up.
Cool.
Like the people that I've met in this journey, big shout out. And anybody that got a dream, got a vision, got a passion, just go for it. Forget what anybody in your circle says. Go do it.
Yeah, and I think you do need help, right? So if anybody out there is watching this and they say, I don't have help, so how the hell am I going to do it? You know what? You got us.
Hit 201 Sports up.
Yeah, you got us. You got help. You know what I mean? Because honestly, like the connections that you have with people, just a random chance encounter at like a train station or something like that, like
real
that,
recognized,
like
real,
that, that could spark an opportunity that you might have for a lifetime. I'm not saying go, talk to some lonely lady at the train stop.
Yes,
but,
she might need that.
But if it happens naturally,
just a high,
then so bad.
How's your day, Walsh?
Yeah, that's true.
How's your day today?
I do like around the neighborhood of Bayonne, like you could walk by somebody and you go, "What's up?" Like, "Good morning." You know what I mean? Like you could say, "What's up?" Why? You do not have the same experiences?
Nah, I'm just joking. You know how
I'm just saying, but if I did that in Jersey
Bayonne's
City,
an awesome town.
If I did that in Jersey City, I'd get my ass kicked.
Nah, you wouldn't. You have a perception. You have a perception of Jersey City. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has a perception of a lot of things. Just like I have my perceptions. Everybody has a perception of something. But it is what it is. Bayonne, Jersey City, Hudson County, Union City.
By the way, I lived in Jersey City. Like, I love Jersey City so much. Like, come on.
You talk about Jersey City.
I'm just saying.
Yo, when you see Walsh in Jersey City, what we used to do, when you see a punch buggy, when you see a punch buggy, punch him.
Listen, I was just saying.
I'm just kidding.
And by the way, Jersey City would take it as a badge of honor if I said that they were tougher than Bayonne. That's what I was saying.
Well, you didn't have to tell us that.
Kidding. I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. Bayonne's a lot of blue collar, like, cops, firemen, EMTs.
Bayonne's coming up.
Yeah, they are. They're building buildings literally every freaking square mile.
Can we get an LA Fitness here?
Didn't they have one? Or it was New York Sports Club.
Yeah, we want to.
Obviously, you could tell I'm not a workoutsman. So
me neither. I like to eat. I'm just big boned.
Look at these pipes, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Like, how do I hit a golf ball 300 yards? It's amazing. I don't know.
See, I just. You want me to get my Facebook out? I just posted that today. I'm gonna get my Facebook out. Check this out, everybody. And I didn't even know he was golfing like that.
Nah, I golf. So my average drive is probably like 250.
So on a bad day, I could probably hit 350. You're telling me.
No. You're obviously much stronger than I am. So
7 hours ago, you were
who's
still
ready to teach
sleeping.
me? Oh shit. Oh yeah. By the way,
Wait. Tell them what it says. 7 hours ago.
Who ready to teach me golf? I'm about to make it pro. Hashtag pro.
Hashtag pro.
Hashtag pro.
Let's get it. Listen, I'm coming off of surgery. I should be cleared by
See, that's
doctors
what's
soon.
gonna hurt you. That's what's gonna hurt you.
What?
Yeah. It's gonna be the come down.
I ain't worried about that.
It's gonna be the come down. Well, listen, maybe if you had like a year or two playing, I mean, you're gonna need a year or two at least.
How old was Arnold Palmer?
Old as fuck, but he was.
Whoa, language.
Sorry. Old as hell, but you're gonna need to practice golf. Like you still need to work on your chipping, your putting, and stuff like that. Like there's a lot. Like
what DJ Khaled say?
You're not like Happy Gilmore is not real.
They ain't believing us. God did. Yeah, let's go.
But
shout out DJ Khaled.
Me and Montori play like all the time, right? And it's just like
please
we
don't
bring
have my name
struggling
up compared
days.
with used to. You and Montori play. I know. I don't play golf. That's why I want to learn.
I know. I'm just saying. Like you think you're gonna go pro in a year or two?
No.
I don't think so.
Wait.
You did say hashtag pro.
Hashtag pro. Not in a year or two.
Yeah.
Give me some time.
All right, a decade. I'll give you 2 decades. I'll give you 2 decades, bro.
Well, what I'm gonna segue into on that is, besides 201 Sports, I just officially started Project 201. It's a nonprofit for underprivileged kids and youth sports. And I'm just thinking maybe one day, maybe I could do a fundraiser. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. There's all kinds of things you can do. And listen, if people really are invested in the future of the youth, like show it,
We're going to see.
Like, I know we just had this horrible shooting this week, but like, if you want to invest in the kids, like make sure that they're protected. Stop giving protection to CEOs of companies and stuff like that. Like make sure that we're protecting our most valuable asset.
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work.
We got Diesel. For this shit.
Come on, get in the
for
camera.
This stuff.
Come here.
For this stuff.
Come here. I thought I was bad with the cursing. I'm pretty good.
He was
worried about me. He was worried about me.
I did.
Whoa. Shout out to my lady. I hope you're gonna watch this.
Oh my God. Yeah, I had such a wild Friday night. We don't need to talk
Shout
about
out Papa Kells.
But
shout out T. Sorry. We watching this. What's it called again?
Champions League.
Champions League. I like to say La Liga.
I mean, Liverpool, they just lost the EPL title, like on some horrific stuff. And then they're probably going to lose this Champions League final.
My man Ronaldo's
but I mean, you know what?
Win it.
You need to be in the mix to have that kind of heartbreak. So
if I'm playing FIFA right now, I got my money on Benzema.
You have FIFA?
I do.
Oh man, we might have to play here. My buddy canceled on me for the Ranger game, so we can play some FIFA right now.
I like it.
All right, let's shut down the pod right now. No.
If it was Madden, we'd be shutting it down. Oh,
we do Madden too. Oh my
god. Nah, we went. I could teach you Madden, but we ain't gonna play Madden.
You're ridiculous.
I could teach you Madden.
Yeah,
Shout out to Iron Lung.
Yes.
Shout out to Iron Lung.
Yes. So you invited me. This is a good topic. You invited me to a Madden league probably like 6-7 years ago, right? And Lil Keith, one of the big promoters.
Shout out Lil Keith.
Yeah, big promoters out there, club promoters in Houston. And like that's how I like started following him or whatever on Instagram. But yeah, he's ridiculous, bro. He's got like movies happening on a nightly basis.
Listen.
But I'll never forget. I played with him one night, and his team was like absolutely stacked.
Of course, these guys.
And like I think I had like Cordell. I think I had like Cordell Stewart as my quarterback or something.
Damn,
right?
it back.
Yeah. So friggin' like it was just such a mismatch, but it was such a great game, and it was like we had our moment of respect.
Nah, that's funny.
That was so funny to be in that league because like you had dudes like that. Who else? There was an NBA player in there.
Yeah, I was Nick Van Exel.
Yes.
That was back on the 47th Street day. Shout out
Nick
to
Van Exel was on the NBA Live 94 version that was on the slanted version.
And it's crazy. We got to play Madden with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wild.
Shout out to Little Keith. I don't know. I know he a busy man, so I really don't get too.
Yeah.
But shout out Little Keith, man. The Madden Leagues is dope.
Cool guy. Love that guy.
He ain't playing it too.
Yo, he's like boys with Drake.
I'm still in that Madden League.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just had enough with the league. I was like, listen,
It
I'm
gets
good.
a little crazy.
Like I'm good, like amongst my people, but I'm
Yeah.
not this good. You know,
You ain't on. Yeah, I get it.
yeah. And it's not worth it from it anyhow. Like if I go out for a little bit, I'll come back home, pop on a couple games of the show, and that's it. And then I go to sleep.
I feel you. So, yo, let's talk about this Rangers game tonight. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think's going on? Because you got to write about. Don't you got to write? You wite for Caesars, don't you?
Yeah, but it's mostly emails and promotions.
But
I'm not like
don't downplay it, bro.
I'm not. But I'm not writing previews of the game.
That's all right. We ain't there yet.
But I do want to bring up some betting information because I think it's important for every sport, right? Like so this is actually another great topic. But I had a guy one time.
Responsible gambling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make sure it's responsible. Anything you're doing.
Call 1-800-GAMBLER, especially in the NJ-NY area. But I had a guy one time write me an email, and what I used to do is write emails promoting what the betting formula spit out, right? So I'd be like, like the Chicago White Sox have like a 65% chance of winning tonight. Now I have to write a paragraph or two about it and kind of detail how it's going to happen. So this guy comes back at me one time and he goes like, what the hell do you know about, betting formulas? Baseball, they only use starters for 5 innings. They come in with the bullpen. You don't know that stuff, blah, blah, blah. You're talking about how they're going to do about the starting pitcher, and he might not even been in half the game. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Like, I could write about a whole particular situation. That's only half the game.
I mean, with all that sports betting and stuff like that, I mean, it's 50-50.
So,
we can get into it really good. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, but what I wanted to mention to people is if you are going to do this, I mean, take a look at the betting markets, right? I use the Action Network. I know it's not the company that I work for, but it's such a great tool
Before
that I feel.
I'm sorry, but before you did, if anybody feels like donating to charity, which this is,
no,
please reach out to me.
No way.
You're gonna spend your money better.
Way.
But yeah, go ahead.
Listen, I treat this like a business.
Got you.
And Caesars is good enough too. So like, I can't bet on Caesars, but I could bet on like DraftKings or FanDuel. Now, I don't have any contact with anybody that works there or anything like that. Like I've never used that type of information. I just use the Action Network. And there's also fantasylabs.com. And again, these are both available for people. I pay $10 a month for the Action Network.
Cool.
The Fantasy Labs Vegas tab, it shows you like, so for instance, like an implied total for a team, right? If a lot of people are betting on that particular team, you're going to see that implied total go up, whether that's hockey goals, basketball points, baseball runs, whatever it is, you're just going to see it go up.
See, it's already way too much for me. Like, I like to be like, yo, who's playing tonight?
But it doesn't cost anything.
Who plays
it doesn't
tonight?
cost anything. Rangers and her.
All right, who you like?
Well, I got it. Let's take a look at the betting markets here.
Let's go.
That's actually where I was going.
Yeah, I know. I got you. I look at. I never really go fishing, but I bring it in.
And I think we have 2 games tonight actually, which is pretty badass for hockey. Colorado Avalanche against the St. Louis Blues.
What's that series?
3-2. Colorado's up. No, so it's just Rangers Hurricanes tonight. We're not seeing anything. It's basically like a pick 'em right now. But honestly, people are going to think I'm an a-hole. But I think the Hurricanes are the way to go tonight because we have the
Hurricanes. Are they a dog?
They're even. They're dead even. It's a pick 'em.
Okay.
So I don't have any reason to say this, but the Hurricanes have not won a road game all postseason. Wouldn't it be?
What's the series?
3-2 Hurricanes. They have won every single game at home, and they have lost every single game on the road. I think tonight is a good money investment to do this because they are the better team.
I'm not in the betting world. I'm in the sports, and I really think I'm good at this. So off of what he said, I'm going Rangers.
All right. I mean, listen, it's better to have different sides. So we don't even have to put our bet in. We could just do like $100 Venmo, like whoever wins. Nice. Very nice. That's the way to go. No taxes. No taxes, What, you got anything else you want to talk about before I bust your ass in FIFA?
No, I think that was pretty. I'm trying to get Diesel on it. Come on, get up. Come in. Get up. Up. Come on. Yeah, come on. Yeah. Now look in the
It's a
camera.
good boy.
Look in the camera. Look back at him. It's all right. We're
Go
doing a
boy.
podcast, bro. You're gonna have to relax with this. You can't.
And I don't. This isn't gonna hit the public anyway because my arms are too skinny. I gotta do fucking. I gotta do sweatshirts in every
Back up.
episode. I don't
Back
care
up.
if it's fucking
Get
97
out.
degrees
Go.
outside.
Come on.
It'll be like my sweat.
So yeah,
It'll be
there
my
it
sweat
is.
thing.
Episode 1, Kelly's Corner, 201 Sports, Project 201. 14A is just hit the highway. My brother.
I like it. I know you didn't want me to do the left hand.
That's
but
all right. You better stop. But you've been hanging with the wrong people.
Yeah.
See
That was lazy. It was lazy. It was
It's
lazy.
all right.
All right.
Should we
See
take
you
him out?
Yeah. See you next time.
See you next time. Peace.